It's darker than I thought it would be, but good morning, YouTube. It's your girl Leela. I was just on Facebook and I was looking at some memory pictures of the past years of me and my kids, and I couldn't help but cry because I'm just an emotional piece of shit. And I was just remembering, like, I think this is hard now, what I'm going through. Like, before the kids was taken, like, I was doing so much. I remember going to PTA meetings. I remember going out and going to the school and helping them with, like, their book bag drive or their canned food drive, on top of working overnight at 7-Eleven. My shift was from 11 p.m. till 7 in the morning. And it was hard, but I did it. And on top of that, I was going to school for 5 classes at Thomas Nelson, on top of studying for those classes and being attentive in those classes. It was a lot. And now it's like I'm not really doing anything. Like, I'm not working right now. I'm not in school right now. I'm just like trying to handle my depression, like trying to get prepared for the next few months. And what I mean by that is that January 2020 will be here soon. And I know I'm not going to get a court case like that. I know it's going to be like 3 months. But I'm a hot mess, man. When I go out to the world and I see fucked up parents, you see it all the time, man. Junkie parents, or parents that just don't give a fuck about their kids, or you constantly seeing it on the news or hearing it on Facebook, how this parent did this to that child, or now that kid is dead. And it's just, it breaks my heart, because when I think about my situation, I did everything humanly possible for Valentino. When, we had the accident in the bathtub, okay, he drowned. First thing he did, I took him from one, I placed him on the floor, I tilted his head up, you know what I'm saying? I started heart compressions, I started breathing in his mouth and his nose. I know it's only supposed to be his mouth, but he was so young. I wanted to get all my air up in him, okay? I will say I took a CPR class when I was 18 years old, and it stuck with me. And I thank God that I took it. I think anybody that's dealing with children or the elderly or mental health, definitely take the Heimlich and CPR, because it eventually you might need it. Everybody might need it. The Heimlich maneuver helped me one time too. It was after the kids got took in. I was going to my friend's house to have some drinks, but I was drinking before I got to their house, so I was already a little tipsy. And I was with my sister and her significant other, and we were walking up to my boy's house, and his homeboy was there watching his kids, and I guess the baby has swallowed a Lego. And I mean, he was like 10 months old, 11 months old. And so I started giving him like the Heimlich, and it just wasn't working. The baby fucking turned blue. My sister was about to call the police, but I was like, hell no, you ain't call the police. Because when I call the police, to check Valentino out, because dry drowning, it is serious too. Like, the kid could be fine 1 minute and then dead the next. Fuck that. I already witnessed my son dead. Fuck that. Well, anyways, so they hand me the baby, and the baby's already like fucking choking, and you know what I'm saying? So he's in my arm and he's turning purple, and I said fuck that, and I stuck my fucking pinky down his throat, and he started crying. And that was like the best day of my fucking life. And besides saving my own son, like, damn right, like within fucking 6 months of each other, I saved 2 babies. And no fault to my own. Like, I didn't say, hey, Juan, leave the baby in the tub and let the baby fucking drown. That's my baby, my last born. I got my fucking tube side. There's no more kids popping out of me. And I think that's what makes me so sad, because my entire life I wanted a huge family. I wanted a big family. Not to take over the fact that I didn't have a family, but I wanted a lot of kids. I wanted a lot of sons. I wanted my name to live on. I feel like, I grew up in such a shitty fucking environment, and people made it so bad for me. I won't gonna do that with my kids. Like, we're gonna have fun days all the time. Like, shit, the whole reason why I was working and going to school was because I wanted to better myself. Come on, man, let's think about it. Welfare, you don't get that much a year. Like, what, fucking $12,000? Come on, social service worker makes 34,000 a year. I wanted to, up my game up. I mean, I have 7 beautiful fucking kids. I wanted to give them the life that they deserved. And instead of somebody saying, here, let me give you a helping hand, they fucking came in and destroyed my life. And now I feel like I'm a fucking psycho. Like, I've gone through so many stages through this process. Like, it's been 3 years. And at first it was like a lot of anger and hate. And then, like, you got to refine religion. You got to refine yourself. You got to you got to do everything over. It's starting from scratch. You got to think I was 18 when I had my first child. So I've done nothing my entire fucking life but mother these kids. You know what I'm saying? My whole being was to mother them, except for when I started school. When I started school, that was something that I was doing for our family. But it didn't fucking work out. Can y'all believe I went to college twice and I do not have a fucking degree? The first time I went to college was 2008. And then the second time I went was 2016, January 2016. And man, when they came in and took the kids, like, they didn't give a fuck what you were going through. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm sorry the lighting is so bad. It's really early in the morning and I just felt the need to get some of this off of my chest. Like, I did everything possible. Like, everything possible that a mother should do. Like, everything possible. I fucking came short sometimes. I will let y'all know. I've been in homeless shelters. I fucking slept in a park before with my child. Yes, I have. But it's all a living experience. I was young when I had kids. Like, I will never say I wish I didn't have my kids because I love my sons. But I should be the one to raise my kids because I'm able and willing to do so. Like, finances was never a problem with me. Even when I was cut off from social services for 2 years because they have it where you're on for a few years and then they take it off. I mean, I did perfectly fine. You know what I'm saying? So it's not like I'm trying to be dependent on the state. I just want my kids. I want my kids to have the morals and the respect that I want them to have. You know what I mean? Like, that's something big for me. Like, what if they're teaching them some whole other religion? You know what I mean? And they're my flesh, they're my kin, they're my blood. They're eventually going to come running back to me. I mean, we all did. We all came running back to our families. Even the ones that said that they hated their families and that they abused them and shit, they all come home. So I don't see why you should take my good years, because when they're adults, they're going to have their own lives. And that doesn't give me time to know who they are. I mean, I got to relearn my sons. What type of fucking crooked punishment is this? And what did I do? What did I do for this to happen? I mean, like, if anybody can explain to me what I did for this to happen to me, just let me know. I'm not trying to say, oh, woe is me. Like, oh my fucking God, all this fucking fucked up shit happens to me. Yeah, it happens and we get through it. But to say that I have to wait 15 years, or well, now almost 14, because Valentino, his birthday is on the 11th of June. And he's going to be 4 years old. So to say that I have to wait 14 years to see my baby, and who's going to say he's going to want anything to fucking do with me? Who's going to say that he's going to want anything to do with me? That's what I'm fucking scared of. Like, I'm going this long fucking keeping up with birthdays and holidays, keeping up with their journals. Like, I'm writing them because what if they don't give them these last presents? Or what if they don't give them something? I don't fucking know. I want to have like a backup plan. That's why I make these YouTube videos. But it's just, no one tells you how to be a mother from this aspect. Because just because they take your rights don't mean that you're going to forget the pain that you went through on their birthday or the joy you felt when you saw their face for the first time. I'm never going to forget that. They can't take that from me. But what they're taking from me is so much more. Every day of my children's youth. Yeah, I got a few good days in there. My son was fucking 8 months old, dude. He's 4. He's 4. And I haven't seen them in almost 2 years. Like, it's depressing. Like, I'm not some motherfucker that's doing stupid shit. I just want to better my life for my kids. And it's like, oh, Miss Wyford this or Miss Wyford that. So my whole goal now is like to run skits and maybe get the courage to stand on stage and get fucking noticed. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm funny as a bitch besides when I make these depressing ass videos. And I am sorry that I have not livened up the mood yet. But I will. It's coming. I mean, I just go through so many emotions in a day. You know what I'm saying? Like, so many emotions because I wake up thinking about my children. I go to I go to sleep thinking about them, and it's never going to stop. It's not going to stop. Just because some judge says your parental rights are taken doesn't mean the mother instinct just fucking stops. You see, I'm up at the butt crack of fucking dawn making this video because I'm still in mommy mode. I still want to peek in their bedrooms and see them sleeping. Make them breakfast. Like, I miss all of it. I miss all of it, man. I used to wake my older boys up at like 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning to go to Walmart. One, because nobody's in Walmart at 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning. Like, they all got lives. Like, the only people that are there are the ones stocking the shelves most of the time, and maybe a few other ones. But I would get my 3 older ones up, or maybe 1 or 2 of them, and we would go to Walmart. And it would be so much fun because it was just us, you know. Having 7 children, it was hard to divide your time between them. So it was good that I had those moments with them. And I appreciate them. And I think about them. And I guess I dwell on them. And I'm thankful for them. I'm so thankful for the memories that I had with my children because it was the best times of my life. I've done went to Mexico and I've done went to California and Vegas, but nothing compares to the time with your children. Nothing. Nothing in this world. I miss their sweet little voices. I miss hearing, I love you, Mom. I think that's like, I think that's the best phrase in the world, yo. And to be a mother. What a privilege it is to be a mom. You know? It's a fucking honor. There's so many people that struggle with getting pregnant, and there's so many people out here just like me that get their kids taken for whatever reason. And all you can go back and think is like, I wish I could make another sippy cup. I wish I could change another diaper. But my babies ain't babies anymore. They're potty trained. my fucking kids, yo. And you think, like, no one will ever hug them the way you do. Or make them giggle the way you have. Or kiss them, blow raspberries on their cheeks. Is anybody singing to them? Does anybody tell them the little piggies when they're washing their toes? Like, it hurts so bad, and they want you to just have a fucking clear head and face about it all, right? Like, this is fucking normal. Like, this ain't normal. These are my kids. These are my babies. And all I can fucking think and say is, like, I've tried everything. I did everything. They want you to give up your man. For how long? He's the father of 3 of my children. You know what I'm saying? I'm sorry, it's so dark in here. I'm an ugly crier anyways. It's like, what the fuck do you want me to do, man? Virginia's for lovers. Love who? Love what? Tearing up families, ruining lives. Every time I come back to fucking Virginia, it's like some bullshit. Every time. I should have stayed gone. It's all like, damn, I have my sister and my friends here. And then you realize, what fucking friends? What friends do you have? Who sat with me and cried when my kids were taking my man? Who sat and cried with me when the dog bit my kids? My man. Yeah. And then when he was away, because social services made him go back to California, it was really hard for me. Being alone in that fucking house, like, it was just so fucking bad. Like, people don't understand because they never had to live it. And it's fine because I'm never going to have to live the shoes that you've lived. But it was so horrible. You know what I mean? Like, because when we got the baby out of the tub, you got to think I was getting dressed in my room, so we had to bring the baby in my room. So we resuscitated the baby on my bedroom floor. So, and then when they made Juan go to California, and there was that period of 4 months of social services not working with me at all, like, not communicating with me at all. So, like, I didn't know what the fuck was going on. And Juan went to California, and I'm by myself in that fucking house, and it's like, this is the first time ever in my life I've ever been alone. Like, seriously. Like, I've always had a child. I, was raised in foster care, or I always had, like, somebody around me. And don't get me wrong, I went to work every day and, fucking try to maintain a normal life. I mean, you got to. I mean, you think you get fucking depressed, man. You get depressed and you think, man, fuck this shit. I just want this shit over. But then, the bitch in me thinks, then they win. The fuck you mean they win? You ain't fucking giving up. Came this fucking far to give up? No. I know y'all probably think I'm a psycho and I probably need medication, but look, I'm gonna let y'all know right now. I'm against medication. I'm against it. I think that we just go through sad periods in life and that's fucking normal, and we just gotta move forward. You gotta keep thinking positive, because once you think that you need something, there's nothing wrong with me. I'm not schizophrenic. I'm not None of that shit. I might got a slight PTSD from all the shit that I've seen throughout my days, but that's it. You know what I mean? Anyway, enough about me. I feel like, speaking about PTSD, like, my kids being moved around and shit, like, especially my babies, they've already been moved around 3 times and they keep going to respite. That's not good for children, dude. I know. I lived that life. It's not good. My brother lived that life, and I hate to say it, but my brother that passed away, he needed a mom. He needed someone to love him. He needed someone to be there for him. Maybe things would be different if, he had that mother figure. But I can't sit there and blame that neither, because I turned out totally different, But then again, I turned out the same. How disappointed they would be in me. My brother and my fucking parents, I'm sure. Got my fucking kids taken by social services. That's fucking bullshit. I do got good news. Supposed to be moving into an apartment. This trailer's okay, 2 bedrooms and shit, but it don't got central air and heat, and it is just a bitch. And it's like summertime, and I just feel like we are like cooking inside this trailer. Although we have AC units, it's just like not working out at all. At all. So there's that. I know this video is all over the place. I do apologize I didn't keep it on one topic, but I had a lot on my mind. And I'm tired of talking to fake ass motherfuckers that don't know what you're going through. I guess that's fucked up to say that they fake. I guess what I'm trying to say is, like, they want to know what you're going through, but they don't want to do anything to help you. They just like the drama that you're going through. I know. You see that in the back? It's part of my kids' bunk beds, because I keep thinking, like, if I keep setting my house up as if they were coming home, then maybe they will. So now that we're moving again, we gotta fucking we already took the bunk beds down and shit. So, ain't that sad? I feel like it's pathetic. Like, I guess I compare it to like a grieving mother, like, that just had a stillborn child, and she still got her nursery set up. I keep setting up my nursery. I mean, I'm thankful. Ugh, here I go crying again. I'm fucking thankful because I know my kids are alive. There's people that get their kids missing and they never see them again. So I guess that I am very thankful that I don't have to wonder if they're breathing or if they're hurt. Even though I'm hurt, I thank God that I know where my children are. I thank God that He blessed Valentino with another day. I thank God that dog didn't take Sebastian or Zion's face completely off. I thank God for my blessings, because it could have been so much worse. I've seen it go worse. So I thank God that my children had a guardian angel with them days, and I hope that every day forward, God is with them until I can be with them again. I just think that it's strange that it didn't take death to separate us. I didn't have to die for them to end up in foster care. And I think that's what really makes me sad. Because it's like, am I a failure? You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not raising these kids, but in the back of my mind, it's like, I did everything possible for them. You know what I'm saying? Like, every accident that occurred, like, I was on it. The dog bite, I was on it. When the baby drowned, I was on it. So I just don't fucking get it. Like, I just don't get it. And I don't care what anybody fucking thinks of me. I care about what my kids think of me. I care about what my boys think of me. I care about what's going through their head. You know what I'm saying? Like, I want to know. You know what I'm saying? What if they don't want nothing to do with me? That's what fucking kills me. Like, everybody's like, oh, the older ones are gonna come back. The older ones are gonna come back. I went back to my family and I didn't even have anybody to go back to, really. I mean, my brothers. And now, you know, one of my brothers are dead and the other one's in prison. So, there's that. Oh, God. I gotta start making some of my skits, y'all, just to let y'all know that I'm funny. I know y'all see a lot of these videos where I'm crying. It's because it's like, I don't have no one to talk to. And it's okay. Just gotta keep reading my Bible and go forward. I just wish that I knew what forward was. Yeah, it's Sunday morning. God is good. I hope my boys are blessed and going to church, and I hope they get the presents that I get them. Well, gave them the dog tags and the few toys and the movie passes for the older kids. Anyways, thank you for your time. Have a blessed morning, y'all. May God be with you in whatever you do, always and forever.